You know what it is, man. Thank God it's Friday, man. I know you've been waiting on this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? Jharris Investments, man. Let's go.
Hey, welcome.
Krazy Work Podcast. This your host, Big Slim.
And Jharris, baby.
All right, man. How's it going, bro?
It's going well, my brother. Thanks for having me on the podcast. I appreciate it.
Love you, man.
Yeah, love you too, brother. Man.
So we was telling the people that you was going to be on the show with I called it Dollarz and Cents.
Yeah, Dollarz Centz.
Dollarz and Cents.
It works out.
You know what I'm saying? So people been like, when's Jamie going to get on the podcast?
Yeah.
I need to know about this. I need to know about that.
Yeah.
I want to get into real estate investment. So, we promised him that. Now it's here. So I'm going to just humbly bow out. I will be around when you need me, but I'm listening. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Supposed to listen more than you talk. Let's go.
Hey, all right. I appreciate y'all having me on here. Listen, I'm from Statesville, North Carolina. I come from a single family home. Mom raised me by herself, but I have the grandparents. Mm-hmm. Right now, I went to the Army 10 years, did a couple things down there. Then I got into investment banking. So my day job, I'm an investment banker. This is what I do. But on my side hustle, I buy real estate. Mm-hmm. And I buy real estate here in Statesville, North Carolina, because I see the potential here. And I'm hoping y'all gonna see it too. But before I got into all this real estate and all these other things, I had to work on a budget.
Okay.
And that's kind of what I want to talk about today. But before the budget, it's about money mindset and the psychology behind money. Because we grow up with this stuff and we don't even know it.
Yeah.
These fears, these concerns or things are put on us before we even know it. It's just like kind of a cultural thing. So I think one of my fondest memories growing up is my grandma was like, "But we can't do that. We ain't got enough money. we ain't got enough money.
But get your hands, you touch nothing when you get in this store.
Yeah, don't you touch nothing. Don't ask for nothing."
Yeah, fact.
And so I came up with this money scarcity mindset. Like I can't, like there's not enough money out there for me, and I can't ask for anything because I know it'll put them in a bind.
Having that mindset at a young age is crazy work, though.
It is.
Because the average kid wants. Can I get the new Super Soaker, the new Nintendo, the new PlayStation, the new Jordan? So it's always a want situation. And not to cut you off, to give you a little bit about me, I grew up not knowing. I seen how hard it was. My mother working 3 jobs, walking to 2 of them, having to get the busted cars and all that. We ducking down in the seats, don't want to get seen in the car. So I knew that money was scarce, but at my age, I still want it because it was like, I don't want to say peer pressure, but to fit in, like I wanted the new clothes and the new sneakers. So, it was a struggle right then and there. Like I knew we was lower income, but money, it was like, for me as a kid, I just didn't think about it. Until a certain age.
To a certain age, they coming in with the J's.
Yeah.
They standing in line to go get the new J's at the Foot Locker back in the day.
Yeah,
everything. It makes you even a starter jackets back in the day. That's when
I never had one. I never had one. I wanted one.
That's when it started for me, middle school.
Yeah, fact. The Raiders, the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, fact. Dallas Cowboys, starter jackets, shit.
And so that was the struggle. And so I want to like share something from I consider this guy a mentor for me, John Bryant. This guy's amazing. Okay. He come from where we come from, just on the west side, LA, south side, Los Angeles. Okay. And and what he's going to say in this segment is talking about the mindset and the shift. And I want you, when you listen to this, I want you to start thinking about you seeing yourself and what he's saying, and just see what it resonates with you and see how you feel.
Okay.
Check this out.
All right.
Start having family meetings every week about the lights don't come on by themselves. Let's walk through the family budget. What does it cost for us to live? Let's buy that house in the hood. DA-HOD. Buy the worst house on the best block. Buy it, rehab it, live it. Build some equity for 2 or 3 years. Take the equity, buy another house in a working class neighborhood. No mansions, no flossing. Buy it, rehab it, and rent it. Do that a 3rd time. You do that 3 times, you'll be a millionaire. That was my mother's story. That was Juanita Smith, who worked an hourly job at McDonnell Douglas Aircraft and died with $1 million net worth, having bought and sold 7 homes. A person listening to this with an hourly job can become a millionaire. Now, somebody says, well, John, where's the capital coming from? Okay, here's knowledge. Earned income tax credit. You earn $38,000 a year. You're listening to this program. You're a teacher. You have 3 children. You just qualify for EITC.
Yeah,
well, if you've never filed for EITC, well, you got a check for almost $20,000. You take that $20,000, you then use it as a down payment on that house I just mentioned. We're going to get your credit score up at Operation Hope, 54 points to 100 points. We're going to get your debt down $3,800. We're going to get your savings up through budgeting $2,000. You smoke and go to Starbucks every week. That's $6,000 a year. You making $36,000 a year. Help me with the math. That's almost 20% of your income.
Right.
2 ways to make money: make more or spend less. This is rapping. I mean, this is a different form of rap. It's just, this is intelligent rap. This is the kind of rap that leaves you better.
He is talking shit. In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah, in a good
I
way.
love this dude. Hey, shout out John Hope Bryan.
Yeah, shout out. Facts.
Hey, start following that guy. He's amazing. A good knowledge and just good perspective for sure.
Yeah.
Total. So, I'm curious, what came up for you when you just heard that? Because I don't think you heard the clip before.
No.
Or what kind of surprised you?
What surprised me was the fact that he first started off with buying the house in the hood.
Oh, it's controversial, isn't it?
Yeah, it's controversial. But I seen what his mechanics was at, because he said the second house get it in the middle class income. So now you're still upgrading from lower income to middle class in your property, not just your own physical being, but your property. So that's your part of your portfolios. Your portfolio's moving. I'm learning a little bit.
Yeah.
Shout out to the kid. You know what I'm saying? Facts. I told you I'm on it. I'm on it. Yeah, facts.
I love it. And just that mindset. Like there's so much wealth in our family and where we're at. And first thing he said, start with the family, have a budget. Those lights don't come on by themselves. We need to talk about a budget. And in another segment, we're going to talk about the 50-30-20 rule, which is a pretty amazing thing. It's talking about needs, wants, and savings. 50-30-20. I thought it was amazing because it's the very basics of you don't have to make a big spreadsheet. You're just going to look at some stuff and you're going to take it and dissect it like that. So we'll get into that later.
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready for sure. Trauma behind this whole, how can I say? The trauma that we carry from generations when it's concerning finances. I know that I carry some financial trauma from my family because when I was starting to grow my business, I kept having this little voice in my head saying, "Oh, I can't make it. You can't do that, Jamie.
Yeah.
Who are you to do that?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody else in your family done this."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Breaking ground.
Yeah, breaking ground, bro.
Yeah.
And so we have to be consciously aware of what's going on in our thought process, because what we think is what we produce, and who you hang around is going to determine your trajectory in life for sure. So I even struggle with this today, even though, I got a good net worth, I work a job. I struggle with growing because I'm like, man, I got to spend this money to make money.
Yeah, facts.
But I know it's going to benefit me. Yeah. And I'm at this point right now, I'm surrounding myself with people who are growing, who are doing more things than me. And so with this psychology thing, and mindset, I encourage you to question yourself when you want to do something, when you want to put money away or stop yourself from splurging. Like, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Is this emotional? Is this an emotional buy for me?
Yeah.
What can I be doing?
So you want to actually analyze your purchases based off emotions or how can I say needs,
wants, and savings.
See, I'm gonna be honest. Even right now, that's a bad habit of mine. Okay, I done got my mentality up to where I know I got to pay on this credit card. Right. I know I got to keep it at 30% utilization. Right. I got to manage, my incomes as far as my tax. What am I gonna do with my tax returns? Blase, swaze. So I'm at that point, but I could say one of my traumas, and I'm gonna just say I can't call it a financial trauma, but going back to my childhood, I didn't really have shit.
Right.
So it's I always wanted to have the fly clothes and the gear, like I said.
So for us.
Yeah. So as an adult, I can go a long day. A lot of people know I didn't grow up wearing Jordans. It's not a big thing. I just started wearing Jordans. Shout out to my girl. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, baby. But you know what I'm saying? Even now, if I see something, I'm like, damn, man, this is a a Versace sweater. It's on sale for $150. It's never gonna happen again. I only got $300 in my pocket, man. Fuck, that be fly as hell Friday. I'm getting it.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's a problem that I've really recently learned how to dumb down.
Bring that in.
Yeah, facts.
Bring that in. But I think it's healthy when you have a budget and you got money set aside for you to splurge like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a different thing. You can treat yourself.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And when I say budget, I want to change the mindset around budget. It's like self-care. It's not one of these things you do arbitrarily. I can't even say the word right now. But just out of thin air, this is something where this is a form of self-care.
Yeah.
If you take yourself on a walk or you go get your nails done, do a little simple budget because you want your family to do well. You want to have a peace of mind. So I want to shift that mindset, and I want to most definitely leave y'all with that gem. This is a self-care act.
Okay.
Number one for you and your family.
Yeah, facts.
So,
I mean, because, the black family, I'm going to say, I don't know how other races are, but I can specifically speak on the black family because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? So, you grow up with your mom is not co-signing for you.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going on my credit card. You barely getting on the damn insurance. You get what I'm saying? So, I mean, but people would be like, oh, you wrong. You didn't do this. I couldn't get this car because you didn't co-sign. But it's the lack of money management, the lack of financial respect, you know what I'm saying, where people do not pay what they're supposed to pay. I myself is included in that, you know, and people have to hold themselves accountable for that, you know what I'm saying? So when somebody tells you no, they're protecting their credit score, they're protecting their finances, they're guarding that because they might, that people are older, they got more foresight, so they know if we're prepared or we're ready for this task. Oh, I can make this $600 car payment mine if you just... But you can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You work at Wendy's at that time, probably making $9 an hour. You can't afford this.
No, you can't.
You get what I'm
that's
saying?
when that financial literacy education comes in. Because, like you said, people go look at that car payment. Oh, they gave me this car payment. My car payment $300 a month, right? Hella cheap. But your interest rate like 15 to 8%, bro.
Yeah. So where's it gonna be? First 2 years, you paying off the interest.
You still paying interest. You could be paying interest for like 3 to 4 years. You won't probably start doing some pay down the debt probably for like year and a half, like toward the end of the note, the amortization schedule. And so amortization schedule, that's a schedule that they give you, what they're supposed to give you about how many car payments you'll have. It'll put your months on there.
Okay.
So
because I was lost.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
I was lost. I said, what? Let me just fake it. I'm going to fake it till I make it.
So the amortization schedule, you most definitely want to get that and see how it's broken down because just because the payment's cheap, it's going to cost you more. Like, even like, if you notice, like these payday lenders, Rent-A-Center, all these places you can go get a furniture and TV, bro, the way they're structured, they're targeting people of minorities and people of color, targeting that demographic because, one, it's a market.
It's a market. They're smart. They're smart.
They're smart. And I'm not mad at the hustle. I'm a capitalist. At the end of the day, I'm a capitalist. I like money.
I need to become what it is.
Yeah. So I try to be a conscious capitalism. So I try to keep that in mind. But so they're going to hook you up with your whole living room suite.
Yeah.
They're going to hook you up with that big screen TV. You pay $20, $25. Your interest rate, bro. By the time you pay for that, you could have paid for 2 TVs.
Facts. They done came out with 3 different 4Ks and 5Ks system. You know what I'm saying? Your TV is old now by the time you pay for it.
Yes. If you budget it, you can own the TV in like 2 to 3 months.
Yeah.
Instead of doing that. Sometimes, we got to make some small sacrifices, moving into a place, furniture, this and that. I know we all want it right away. And sometimes we need it. You know what I'm saying? You got certain situations. You got grandma. You got grandma, generation staying in the house. You got to take care of them. But we have to increase our education, understand what assets are, liabilities are. You got current assets, you got current liabilities, but you also got long-term assets, long-term liabilities. And just, be able to work a balance sheet, which we will get into at some other point later. But the biggest thing I think I want to impart is just become aware of your psychology. Like if you got trauma behind money, understand why you have it. Ask yourself, where did I get this from? Who put this on me?
Okay.
Like, dang.
From a realistic standpoint.
Yeah, who put this on me? I didn't come up with it by myself. And then once you recognize, oh, okay, this is put on me by this person or this society or this culture. Now I need to like take a step back and like, okay, how can I move differently?
Yeah. I think what you said as far as taking a step back is the key.
Yeah.
You got to step back and remove yourself, you know what I'm saying, to have a clear vision, period. You know what I'm saying? And when you start breaking down yourself with real accountability, you get what I'm saying? Like not in denial, you know what I'm saying, partially, or you partially in denial. You got to remove all denial. If I'm a fuck up, I'm a fuck up. You see what I'm saying? In every sense of the word. You get what I'm saying? You got to be that honest with yourself, to me, before you can even grasp the beginning.
Yeah, it's an internal psychological work that would need to be done. People skip that step, and we don't stay on track if we don't answer those questions.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
not to cut you off either, bro. But I kind of think that now in my 40s, I really feel like the people that work out are more mentally strong.
Yeah.
Than the average person that doesn't work out.
Yeah.
You're more focused, you're more self-determined, you know what I'm saying?
Discipline.
Like,
it's what it boils down to, discipline.
Real, because you allot a certain amount of time to put my body through physical pain for a greater good. It's the same energy you got to have in the business world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
and it's the delayed gratification, bro. It doesn't come overnight.
Yeah, facts.
We want it fast, but it ain't good.
I mean, the same thing with sex. I had to throw that in there. The point. You know what I'm saying? Let's switch the narrative. I couldn't help myself. Y'all know I'm a class clown.
Chime in if he's right.
Yeah, fact. The description. If it's fast, is it good? You know what I mean? But I totally agree, man. I totally agree. And it's just crazy because money, they say money is the root of all evil, but you got to have money in order to survive.
Yeah, the money itself is not the root of all evil. It's what people do with it. Money is just a form of energy. You know what I mean?
Okay, talk about it.
That's what it really is. This is a piece of paper that we give value to, that we say is the energy. Like, I'm going to give you this for a cup, or I'm going to give you this for a car, and it has intrinsic value because our society has made it that way.
Okay.
So money is energy, and I have to remind myself of that sometimes. Like, I just joined this new real estate group. Shout out to CG.
Shout out to CG?
Yeah. And I am starting off the process, and I'm about to book my ticket to go, to a mastermind and hang out with a bunch of like-minded investors.
Okay.
At first, I have a little anxiety about booking my hotel for a 3-day event, flying out there, spending money. But then I was like, yo, bro, this is just energy.
The network.
Yeah, the network. There's so much upside to this. But I know that by me investing in myself and not getting caught up in that cycle of the mindset, like I'm not enough, or who am I doing this, or I don't have the money for it, I can make the money. I got it. I can make it happen. But it's just that false sense of security that I give myself. And so, fuck it, I bought that shit. Excuse my language.
It came out too natural.
Yeah. So I stood on the corner, and I booked it on my phone, and I felt great about it because I know that I'm committed to this journey and where I'm at and growing, and that going to this conference is going to be everything for me.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have to be more disciplined. I'm going to have to keep growing more. I'm going to have to make some changes in my life. So it's always something new. It's always something. You're always going to keep growing.
Let me ask you, when you in these rooms and you rubbing shoulders with these people, can you classify that as like the 1% because these are the risk takers? These are the people that's not afraid to jump off the ledge with an idea.
It's amazing, bro.
So if some people, like you go back to the fear, might be timid to be in the presence of that type of energy and that type of power. You know what I'm saying? So instead, flip it. What can I do to get like that? What am I missing? What do I have that's similar, and what do I need to get on this level? Like, I feel like that's an appropriate way to look at it instead of falling,
getting timid.
Timid, fear and timid, because you're not on that level.
100%. First, you got to put yourself out there and get in the room. And it's going to cost you money sometimes, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes, a lot of times it works out good, and a lot of times it don't. I mean, they got real estate meetup groups here in Statesville. When I'm in town, I hit them up. I make so many connections, you know, just meeting people, introducing myself, talking to them. They don't know me. I don't know them, but I want to get to know them. I want to hear their story. I say, be curious about what other people are doing. Not to a point to where it's like you trying to like compare yourself, because you can get caught up in that. Oh, like, I'm not there yet. I'm not this person. But just be genuinely curious about what they got going on and how they got there. What's their story? And it's going to spark something in you.
Yeah. Trust me.
Yeah. And it may take 2 or 3 times for you to do this, to get in there, you know what I'm saying, to feel comfortable. But keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first bought my first property, bro, I read books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, watched a whole bunch of videos. I was changing jobs at the time. I liquidated my 401k, bro. I'm a single dad, raising my son in California. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no support out there, just me and my boy. We was holding it down.
That's a huge step.
Yeah. I said, I'm going to make this happen. I did it. It was scary. I mean, it was hella scary, because I don't know nobody in my family that owns property like that.
Yeah.
First one I bought was a duplex. It went to shit later. But guess what? I learned some good lessons.
So the first one.
The
very first one, that's enough to deter a lot of people from continuing.
Yeah, because you're going to have stuff happen, bro. You're going to have stuff happen. And just like, don't get caught on, it's a duplex, or it's a triplex, fourplex, fiveplex. Run the numbers, know your numbers, and start analyzing the deal. We'll get into all that later. We might get a little too advanced sometimes. Sorry if I need to bring it back. But it all starts with the mindset around your psychology around money and budgeting basics. So, and tackling that generational and that trauma that you have, that's where it starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you tackle, if I have financial trauma, you tackle the psychological. Your psyche's looking at things different, from a different eye, different light.
Yeah.
What do you think would be like the first thing that a person should do? Should they start with, if you don't have credit, build credit, or if you got messed up credit repair? Should you automatically start, like budgeting any excess income coming in, like if you do hair or you sell clothes or whatever, and also with your check, and then from there, master the plan? I
think the first step is understand what's going in and what's going out.
Okay, that has nothing to do with the assets and liabilities, though.
Yeah, nothing not right now.
Okay.
And so this is gonna help us determine, like, okay, I make $2,000 every 2 weeks, or $4,000 a month, right? I need you to write down your car payment, insurance, groceries, what you spend, so you just start getting aware, like, hey, what am I actually spending money on?
Yeah.
Need you to look at your bank statement and see what's going on. Like, I started with $2,000 in just 2 weeks. Now I'm down to like $500. What happened?
Okay.
Because there's a story. The numbers tell the story.
Yeah. I went out to eat 5 times.
Exactly.
And, okay, well, you didn't have to go to First Watch. You could have just made your grits and eggs in the house.
Exactly. You can go grocery shopping. It goes further. So I think that's the first step, analyzing that and figuring out where your money's going. Where's the leaks? There's some leaks up in that bad boy.
Okay.
If you got subscriptions, you don't freaking, you got so many subscriptions. Man, check your subscription.
They will get you. They is getting that bread.
And so that's why I say start there. And then my first step I would recommend after that, I think that's just the basics, like the intro. First step is start saving $1,000, an emergency fund.
Okay. I
think emergency fund is amazing.
So the emergency fund is for bills, anything
unexpected. My freak, I need new tires. My transmission went out. $1,000 might not cover everything.
Yeah, but that's the first step. Let me get to this first 1,000.
Let me get to this first 1,000.
I didn't have an emergency. I'm gonna keep that in there, and I'm gonna work on the next 1,000.
Yes. So start there. You can start with $50 a week. Start somewhere, but you're gonna get there. Trust me.
Oh, yeah, I'm believing. It's all there. 2025 is the year of abundance for everybody. Amen to that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know something. I don't know who about to end, but I know I want the audience to chime in at some point about and write your personal money mission statement. Like, what do you want money to do for you?
Exactly.
I want you to like visualize it, and I want you to write it down, what your feelings are. And, you know, comment in, what do you want money to do for you and where you see your family going to be? Because you need these feelings to help take you to this next level. We're emotional creatures. A lot of things we do are emotional.
Definitely true about that, bro.
Yeah. And so please chime in, share some of your money mission statements, some of the things you want money to do for you so we can help you out and then point you in the right direction.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of awkward saying this, but this episode is brought to you by Jharris Investments. Safe, secure, affordable housing, building up the community one house at a time.
Let's go.
We're going to still put the banner down there.
Yeah, for sure. Put it down there for me.
Oh, man, that's crazy, man. But, you know, it's I heard a person say, like, balancing credit. A lot of people be like, I got to pay the rent on the 1st. Mm-hmm. The credit card might be, or the closing statement might be done on the 12th. So you could have actually paid $500 on your credit card, right? Just so the closing statement, you still paid it and all, and everything registers to bring your credit up. Yeah. And then work on the rent. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know they say paying rent with credit is frowned upon, I think. Yeah. But I think you can.
You can. You'll pay so some of my tenants, I have it on a certain program to where I can help them boost their credit score by paying their rent on time, and then that'll report back to the agency. But it's a double-edged sword. If you don't pay your rent on time,
now you boom.
Yeah, it's gonna hit you.
Wow,
it's gonna hit you. But you got to be disciplined. So I don't have everybody on it. I only when they request it, I'll do it. And that's so wild.
I didn't know that can happen.
Yeah. So and you can use a credit card to pay for your rent, right? But you're gonna pay a fee. There's like a $30 fee, $40 fee on top of your rent. Okay. So you can do that. I got one tenant, he does that. He pays with his credit card every time. I mean, that's what he want to do. I told him, but hey. But it's a way to build credit if you want to pay the fees.
Damn.
Yeah.
You learn something new every time.
Yeah. So everyone's different, you know. Just because I manage my own, I can offer this. And I don't know if everybody does. So
okay. All right. Well, y'all know what's going on. We're going to let y'all have a great Friday. Y'all tune in. Like the man said, Jharris, y'all hit them comment sections. Don't be afraid to, you know, put a little personal life on there. You know, it's all for a better work. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to make sure y'all credit is up, houses up, bread is up. Everybody's on the up and up, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I got to say it. If it ain't crazy, then what the fuck is? Let's go.
Let's go, baby.